Welcome to another episode of Nights with Nina. If you're new here, I do these nights every couple weeks where I spend the entire night offline, off social media, and I do analog activities. I'll typically go about a month between episodes, and after about 3 or 4 weeks, it really just gets to a point where I'm noticing that I'm scrolling so much more, I'm so much more addicted to my phone, and doing these little nights makes me reset and actually realize what I'm doing and try and work towards getting rid of my phone addiction. I'll chat a little bit more about how I've been feeling lately and the reason that I disappeared last week for a little bit. But for now, I am gonna take a shower. It's 7 p.m. like I said. I've been dying to wash my hair all day. I've been working quite a bit today on a few different things, and I honestly wanted to start this video 2 hours ago, but I didn't get to, so it is now 7 p.m. I'm going to start with taking a shower, washing my hair, and then I'm going to do a face mask, some skincare, have some dinner, and then we're going to get on into the analog activities. Make sure you get cozy when you're watching this video, make a cup of tea, put down your phone. I know that watching a YouTube video isn't an analog activity, but at least you're not scrolling, at least you're here for 10 to 20 minutes, however long this video is going to be, and you're actually just letting yourself chill, letting yourself slow down. That's the biggest thing that we want to do here, we want to slow down. And we're trying to also build our attention spans back, because our attention spans has been getting less and less, and it's really unhealthy. And I feel like it's really bad mentally for a lot of people. So if you want to get your attention span back and not just be wanting to watch 5-second clips all day long, you're in the right place. Let's figure this out together. The main light in a bathroom when you're taking a bath or a shower is actually quite jarring to the nervous system and can sort of make it not relax, make it be a bit more on higher alert. So to relax tonight, I have lit a candle in the bathroom. It's gonna be fairly dark in there, especially because of the time of day and I have no windows in my bathroom. I'm gonna manage, I'm gonna get by, and I'm gonna have my shower mostly in the dark just to kind of calm my nervous system down a bit. Okay, I've showered and I have turned the main light in the bathroom on just to do my skincare because otherwise I can't see. I'm going to use this face mask. It's the Summer Fridays jet lag mask. It's good. It definitely hydrates my skin a bit, but it's nothing like the sheet masks that you can get, which I think are a lot better, but it'll do for now. So I mentioned earlier that I kind of disappeared on you guys last week, and it was for a couple of reasons. The first reason was I have started doing some dog sitting and drop-in visits for cats, things like that, which has been really fun. And all of last week I was house sitting for the sweetest 10-year-old border collie. It was in this little cottage out in the British countryside, so it was really pretty, and the air was so much fresher than it is here. And this dog, being a border collie, needed to be walked twice a day for an hour each walk. I got to do a lot of walking through fields and the countryside. The owners were morning people, so the first walk was at 6 a.m. every morning, which was very painful for a night owl, but it was what I was being paid to do, so I did it. And then the second walk, we had to wait until normally 7 p.m. because it was so hot here last week. So we didn't want to walk him when he was above 30 degrees, and normally we had to wait until at least 7 o'clock for it to drop below 30. When I say we, I mean my boyfriend. We did it together. It was one of the weeks that he was home. He's normally away quite a lot. I asked if it was okay, and when we went to like meet them before we like accepted the job and stuff, he came with me and it was fine. Yeah, it was really nice. It was kind of like a little holiday for us, which was quite nice. And this dog was so sweet, so chill, easy to take care of. Like, you would think a border collie was kind of crazy, but because he was 10 years old, he was so relaxed. There was also like a sunflower field that it was just like this neighbor of theirs had planted loads of sunflowers and wasn't like selling them, wasn't doing anything with them. Don't know why, but we got to walk through that a couple times and it was really pretty. I'll put a little picture on the screen. So that's reason number one that I was kind of away last week. I've just finished putting this face mask on, so I'm gonna go and start making dinner and chat to you more. I'm just wiping down the kitchen bench top while I chat to you guys before I make dinner. So the second reason that I wasn't here last week was because I was feeling a lot of like negative feelings around myself. Because of that, I was finding it, oh, I'm still here, hello. And because of that, I was finding it really difficult to pick up the camera. I had a lot of self-doubt and just like a lot of negative thoughts around like what I was doing and whether or not I am cut out for this, which is really unfortunate because I've been working really hard this year to get myself monetized. And one of the biggest things that I make sure that I do on this channel is be honest, and as a result that means there's a lot of like vulnerability around that, which is hard, as you can imagine. So yeah, there was just a lot of self-doubt and a lot of like negative feelings about what I was doing, and essentially just like whether or not I was cut out for it. I took some time, I took the week. It was really good actually being in the countryside and like going on all the really long walks that I was going on with a dog. It was really nice. I'm trying to move past it as much as I can. Slowly, like each day is getting like a little bit better. We're back. I found it really difficult to pick up the camera today, but I was kind of determined at the same time because I don't want to quit this. Like, I've been trying so hard, I've been working so hard, like why should I throw all that away? So I'm back, I'm here. And I also feel like this is a really good time to do a Nights with Nina as well. Like, the analog activities are really good for me. I have spoken about this before, but I definitely have like a social media addiction. I'm chronically online, and so doing these analog nights has really helped me with that. And I feel like it's kind of perfect timing as well. Anyway, let's make dinner. Here is something that I prepared earlier. For lunch today, I cooked a couple of steaks and I made a salad, and I made enough for me to have for dinner too, so I don't have to cook tonight, which is really nice. I have this steak and some spinach that I cooked on the side. I'm going to heat this up and then I'm going to get the salad that I made as well. Okay, I've sat down with my dinner. I have a hydro, I don't know what they're called here. In Australia we call them hydrolytes, but essentially it's like electrolytes and vitamin C. I just feel like I want to build my immune system a little bit at the moment. I'm on my period right now, hence the steak. I just want to make sure my immune system is in check. Now I'm going to sit and eat, and typically I would scroll on my phone and eat, unfortunately, which is what we're trying to avoid tonight. We're not going on our phones tonight at all. So I think I'm going to watch an episode of Gilmore Girls. I know this is not an analog activity technically because it's on a screen. It's still very like relaxing, not rushed, and still requires more of an attention span than scrolling on Instagram. So we're going to watch some Gilmore Girls, and then after that I'm going to take off my face mask, do the rest of my skincare. I have some laundry next to me that you might be able to see that I need to put away. And then I think we're going to settle in and read for the rest of the night, which I'm so excited about. But for now, let's watch Gilmore Girls. Okay, I finished dinner and my face mask has been sitting for way longer than it needs to. We are going to do my skincare now. The sun is finally starting to set earlier and we're finally starting to like see a drop in temperature. This week has been like 23 degrees, which has been so nice compared to like the 37 that we had last week. And the sun is setting around 8:30 now, which is nice as well. I don't know, a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy, but I just want the cold, cozy weather back so badly. Being from like Perth, Australia, I'm so sick of the heat. So I'm very excited for it to start getting cozy and wintry. Before we can settle into that though, I have a massive trip coming up in September or the end of August, which I can't believe how quickly that's come up. So in a week, my mum and my brother are both coming to visit me from Australia. I'm so excited. I haven't seen them since I moved here, which was in November. So that was 9 months ago, which is crazy. I just can't believe how quickly it's flown by. But yeah, they're literally coming in a week. I have so much to do in the next week. It's actually unreal. Like today, I spent a good portion of my time like scheduling everything that I have to do for the next week. But they are here for a month and we are doing some traveling around Europe. We're going to France, Italy and Croatia, which has taken so much time for me to organize and plan because I planned the whole thing. It's been a lot, but I'm like this close to finishing the plan. I'm definitely taking you guys along with me as well. I just can't believe it's in a week. I genuinely can't believe how quickly it's come around. So I watched one episode of Gilmore Girls. I forgot how relaxing it was. I haven't watched it in a while and it's such a relaxing, chill show. But I'm going to start watching it now and I'm going to do some reading because... Wait, let me chat to you in the bedroom. 1 second. So I've been reading the Throne of Glass series lately. It's taken me a couple months. I'm up to Tower of Dawn, which is the second last book out of, I think there's 7. There's 8 out of 8 books. And the goal was to finish this series before my mum and my brother come out. Because when I come back at the end of September, I need to read ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses again, because the 6th and 7th book of ACOTAR is coming out, like the 6th one's coming out at the end of October. So I was like, great, I come back on this trip at the end of September, and then I have a month to read ACOTAR to get myself like refreshed on the story before the 6th one comes out. But I am behind, guys. I'm only just halfway through Tower of Dawn, and then the last book in the series is almost 1,000 pages long, and they literally come in a week. So there's no way I'm going to read it before they come, because I have so much to do in the next week as well that I just don't have the time. So I'm debating what to do, because the idea was that I was going to finish the series and then I was going to take like an easy to read rom-com or something with me on this trip if I do get a chance to read, but it wasn't going to be like a big deal if I didn't read it or if I didn't finish it. And it was also going to be something chill, because you can't read Tower of Glass and you can't read ACOTAR. Like, it's not exactly a relaxing read, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. You get like really sucked in. You can't just like casually read it on a plane or on a train like you can with like a rom-com. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Let me know, guys. I guess the only option is that I hopefully finish Tower of Dawn before they come in a week, and then wait until after the trip to read the last book of this series and then start Akata, but I just feel like this is going to end on a cliffhanger and I'm going to be desperate to read the last one to find out what happens, and I don't know if I can wait a month before reading it. I don't know what to do. Help me out, guys. Let me know in the comments. What should I do? I'm going to try and, I can smash out like 300 pages in like 1 to 2 days. I really can. So of this book, I think there's like 300 pages left. So let's think about this. If I say that I read 300 pages a day, let's see if I try and finish most of this tonight. Today is Wednesday. So then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I could potentially read the last book in 3 days if I read 300 pages a day. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I really gotta like prioritize. I've been like prioritizing reading a fair bit the last week so that I can get through this. Also means I need to go out tomorrow and get the last book because I've been buying them as I read them, not like all at once. So I need to go to Waterstones and get the last one. I don't know, guys. Help me out here. What should I do? I think that's also what's kind of great about having nights like this, because last night I wanted to read a lot. I was like, I gotta read, I gotta get through these books. And I ended up spending like 3 hours on my phone scrolling. Just mindlessly scrolling, wasting time. And then by the time I actually was like, okay, no, I need to stop and read, it was 11 p.m. And I was just like, why do I do this? Like, why do I do this to myself? This is the addiction that social media is. I've seen in America that people are taking Meta to court over this, like over the whole, like, the apps being addicting, especially for children. One of the reports that I read was like, the apps are just as addicting as cigarettes. And I was like, I'm not a smoker, I'm not an alcoholic, I'm not addicted to anything. And then I was like, have I really like let myself down and become addicted to social media? But I guess at the same time, like I'm 28 years old. Social media came out when I was just going into high school. No one knew anything about it then. No one knew how addicting it could become or like the consequences of it. So I also just kind of feel like it's not like when I have kids and I know now what it's like, and I'm going to hopefully try and stop them from going down the same route that I did, because now we have the knowledge of what it does. Whereas back when I was a kid, no one knew, you know? It's very sad. Also, can we just talk about how long my hair is getting? Like, it's literally down to my waist. I haven't cut it since I was in Australia before I moved to the UK, which was 9 months ago. And I'm so desperate for a cut. I've actually booked an appointment for next week. I'm so excited to chop it. I just want to like chop it to like here at least to make it like healthy. I reckon at least get rid of like that much. And then I have these front bits that are kind of shorter, but they've gotten so long. And I hate how long they are, like literally down to here. I think I'm going to cut them to like here. Chop like that much off. I'm so excited to get it cut. So I'm going to get comfy in bed and read as much as I possibly can tonight. So I've gotten cozy in bed, but before I do read, I have actually been trying to learn Italian recently. I do know quite a bit of Italian, but it's quite rusty, and I'm going to Italy next month. So I wanted to freshen it up a bit. So I've been doing Duolingo. I do have a streak going at the moment, which is like 157 days, which I want to keep. So I'm going to do some of that now, just like 1 or 2 levels, and then I'm going to read. Again, I feel like this is good, even though like it is on my phone technically. It's still like learning something, and it's not just like scrolling aimlessly, being unproductive or not doing anything. It's still like doing something productive. So I'm going to do this and then we will read.
Dove sono le mie chiavi?
Abbiamo una prenotazione in un ristorante elegante stasera. Oh no! Dove sono le chiavi della mia moto? Sono nella tua giacca?
Lynn cerca nella giacca.
Sono nel bagno? No, impossibile! È troppo strano! Al ristorante.
So occasionally on these nights, I do still keep my phone on me because my boyfriend is away for work quite a lot, And if there's like an emergency or if he's going to bed, I like to say goodnight and just like to have my phone close by just in case. It's kind of unfortunate. I wish I could just chuck it in a drawer and like try and forget about it. But with him being away, like it's just not worth that risk if something happened. I don't know. Anyway, so I had my phone on me and I was about to read after doing my Duolingo. And I got a message to do another pet sitting job for tomorrow, which is really good, but it is very late to get the job for tomorrow. I was meeting a new friend that I made for coffee tomorrow morning, and I've moved that with her to be earlier in the morning so then I can go and do this pet sitting job. It's just for the day. But as a result, because I was like organizing that with the person, it is now 10:45, guys. It's kind of devastating, a little bit devastating, I'm not gonna lie. This is the thing, like I wish I could just like switch off. I mean, then again, if I didn't have my phone on me and I saw the message like when I checked my phone right before bed or like tomorrow even, then it would have been too late and I would have missed the job, which I get. But yeah, anyway, it's fine. I'm happy I'm doing a job tomorrow because it's a little bit extra cash for the holiday that's coming up, which is good. I did find, however, like once I finished organizing the job, I somehow ended up on Instagram and I don't remember clicking open the app. I just remember like 2 minutes later being like, wait a second, why am I on Instagram? Which is just crazy to me. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about with these apps. It's just insane. Anyway, I have just come out to have a little snack. I have some bickies. I'm going to have a couple of bickies while I read. I am reading tonight, even though I have to be up like kind of early tomorrow. I definitely still want to get a decent amount of reading done. I won't be finishing the book tonight at this point, unfortunately, but I'm reading. That's a must. Okay, sit with me and let's do some reading. Finally. Alright guys, it's almost midnight and I think I'm gonna head to sleep. I'm getting pretty tired. I did not read anywhere near as much as I wanted to tonight, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Let me know if you have any suggestions in the comments with all this reading that I have to do. It's been so nice tonight to like intentionally do things that will make me feel good and like make me not anxious and make me not be stuck on my phone. But it is kind of crazy how it has to be intentional. Like if I don't intentionally plan to do things with my evenings like this, then I will just be scrolling all night, which is so sad. I try to think back to like when I was a kid and before social media and what I used to do with my time. And I genuinely don't even know. Like, I guess I was at school, so I had a lot of like schoolwork and homework. I've never been an adult without social media, I guess. Let me know in the comments as well if you are a little bit older and like didn't have social media in a part of your adulthood. Let me know what you would spend your nights doing. Yeah, I miss those times. I really miss like no social media and no phones. Anyway, that's my little reflection tonight. I hope you guys are feeling inspired to do the same as me, to get off your phones and to do some analog activities and take care of your mental health. It's been really great for me to do this tonight. It's been really relaxing. and I've really enjoyed doing it. As you can see, I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna get ready for bed. I'm honestly feeling so much more relaxed than I have all week. I feel so much calmer because I haven't been on my phone on social media. And I think the next time that I reach for my phone just because I'm bored, I'm gonna try to remember this feeling.